I'm here because of my language arts class because we have to do a research project, and I'm doing the project about Occupation Wall Street. And this is Mr.
Smith.
Mr. Smith. So, do you know how it started?
The Occupy movement. You talking about the movement?
Yeah.
I believe that this is an election year, and they're trying to get Barack Obama reelected. And I think that's why they're protesting. If they're protesting against the rich people, that means that they're probably getting the Democrats elected again, or they're trying to.
What do you think the goal or purpose is?
To create awareness that the richest people in America have the most money and everybody else doesn't have hardly any money. And they say it's different than it used to be.
Well, why do you think it started?
Like I say, I think they're trying to get Barack Obama reelected.
Okay.
And so, you know, probably for the remainder of this election year, until the election, they're probably going to keep doing this.
Okay. What does 99%?
That's the majority of the population that doesn't have any money.
So what do you think Wall Street is doing wrong?
It's not all of Wall Street, you know, because there's so many different you have stockbrokers on Wall Street, and then you have investment firms, and you have mortgage companies, and there's so many different types of companies. It's the mortgage companies, maybe, you know, a lot of this whole thing centers around the mortgage meltdown, where people were financing homes to other people that they couldn't afford to pay for, I guess, to repossess them and sell them to somebody else, or whatever the deal is.
Okay.
Or maybe it was believed that the economy was going to keep on going and that the people would be able to afford the homes that they were financing.
So how is this affecting the nation?
It's causing a really bad recession, you know, the economy.
How do you think this will affect me or you? Long term.
It's hard to predict that. Like, you know, back in the 1930s, they had a depression that lasted for 12 years, or 10 years, or something like that. And so, and this one, you know, has been going on for only 3 or 4 years. In the late 70s, they had a thing like this going on, where the economy was really slow. In 1980, it started to pick back up again. So it's kind of like this all has happened in the past.
So who is the 1%?
The other thing that intrigues me about all this is the thing that's changed in the last 10 years, the popularity of an SUV. If you think about this, an SUV, they used to be used on cattle farms and chicken farms and stuff like that. It's a utility vehicle. And then it became more popular just for anybody to have to drive these things. But a long time ago, like 10 years ago, or 15 or 20 or 30 years ago, they were used on farms because the SUV, you open the hatch in the back and you take 50-pound bags of feed for the animals, you put it in the SUV. It was a farm use vehicle, you know, beforehand. Well, you think, like, there's a lot of companies out there that makes higher end vehicles for the upper class and for the corporate CEOs and people like that, like Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, Porsche, Saab, and all these companies. And now they have shut the Saab factory completely down, and it's like people are driving SUVs, you know. And I believe that this actually slows down our economy. That's another thing.
So who is the 1%?
The wealthiest people in America. But I don't believe that the economic crisis, I don't believe that, like, there's things maybe the rich people have done in the past to hurt the middle class. But I don't think it's the richest people's fault this time. I think it's the upper middle class, like people that makes between $75,000 and $500,000 a year. Or some people say that anybody that makes less than $8 million a year is the upper middle class. But that's where you get corporate CEOs and people like that, you know, that works the stockbrokers and a whole bunch of people in society. If anyone's doing the middle class wrong, I think it's the upper middle class. I don't think it's the rich people. I don't have any evidence to show me that the richest people like Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, those are the two richest men in America. I don't have anything that shows me that there's any connection between those guys and the events that caused the economy to collapse. Like those guys are investors and they invest in the companies that people work for and stuff like that.
So, what can the 1% do to change this?
That's a hard question. I think the 1% is actually smarter when it comes to the economy.
So, keep going.
I think that the 1% should actually get more involved in our society. I don't think they're involved as much as they used to be.
So
what happens is the richest people in America, maybe they go off and live in isolated communities, and their money is invested in the economy through stock-based IRA mutual funds, and so it's like a savings bond that's based on stocks, you know, and it keeps generating more and more money, but you don't pay no taxes on the money that it generates unless you actually withdraw some of the money. It's kind of like a 401k retirement account. But anyway, so they can have millions and millions of dollars like this and still be making a lot of money, but yet not actually be involved in our economy. And they go and live in isolated communities. I think the upper middle class is mostly running our whole society. But I think the richest people in America, if they would get more involved in our society, because I think they're really smart when it comes to the economy, more so than the middle class or the upper middle class. And I think that they'll be able to pull us out faster, you know.
So what do you think the 99% people can do?
Maybe it's just like a bad storm, you have to wait it out.
So do you think they should be like saving their money or like spending their money?
Starting their own business. Like a lot of people, when the economy collapsed, the corporations just flat out dropped a lot of people. So they figure out, maybe we can work for a corporation, or maybe we can't depend on a corporation because they could just drop you at any time. We need more small business owners, people to start their own business. Like, see all the shops and stores on Main Street that are closed down.
So, what do you think could be a resolution?
Like I say, more people try to start their own business or small business or small companies.
Okay, thank you.
Can you talk about this person?
I think I've seen him. I recognize this is the first time I've seen this, and I didn't even know who it was that died. And when I see this now, I think I remember this guy.
His name is there. What's his name?
Michael Manhard.
Michael Manhard. What do you like to be a change in your life? As I see you are a young person and sitting here, I see you maybe need something to help you in your goal in life.
This is the
What
thing.
would you like to have a change in your life? Which situation do you live in right now?
I don't know. I'm doing some soul searching, you know. I was in the textile industry for 10 years, and I never saw that coming, you know. It's just something. I got into it, and I stayed in it for a while. So you never know. Things will look up for you when you least expect it.
Right now, do you have any job or any income or
No.
a house, car?
No.
And anybody help you, like DWS, Department of Workforce Services, help you?
Sometimes. I've been traveling for a couple years. I lost everything. I got wiped out when the economy collapsed in around 2009.
You are healthy enough to
Yeah.
work, or you are Just you need support to help you if you have some problems in your life. You need to some people, organization help you. Like if you have do you have any addiction?
No.
That's good, but I'm surprised. Most young people, they don't have a job, and even though they have experience, and we wish you luck. And we hope those people who are responsible or have a responsibility to help American people like you who want to work and they are working hard and they try to be good citizen and good people. We wish you luck and thank you for agreeing with us